Hi, I'm Jean Edelman. For decades, I've been a student of the healing arts: Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, acupuncture, plant-based, and macrobiotic cooking. Join me on this journey and hear my thoughts of the week. Welcome back. Great to be with you this week. As we continue our conversation this week, I want to go back and just talk about Self-Care 101. I want to go back to some basics again. Last week we were just talking about some principles and practices in life, and this week I just want to go back and talk about the basics of our self-care. It's May. The kids are getting out of school. They're graduating. They're going to high school. They're going to whatever the next grade is. Some are graduating, going out into the workforce. Some are graduating and going to grad school. There's so much change going on. It's super important to have our good self-care routine. So let me ask, how are you? I hope you're doing well. As I shared, there's a lot of change coming in the month of May and June with the family and the kids, and change in grades and summer activities and college and grad school coming up, and just a lot. So I want to go back to Self-Care 101. And I want to ask the question, how do you keep your self-care routine on track? Especially when there's change, especially when there's change in the schedule, especially when we have travel coming up. We've got the summer coming and we're going to be traveling. So I think that we keep our self-care on track is, one, by staying focused in the micro moments in our day. This is where we have an opportunity to connect to ourselves, connect to our breath. If we're driving someone somewhere and we stopped at a light, we can take a deep breath. These are the micro moments. And some days when we're running around, maybe that's all we have. But I want to make sure that we're present enough so we're taking advantage of our micro moments, because they can add up throughout the day. These micro moments can help us take a beat before we're about to make some food choices, before we're about to go into a meeting, before we're about to make any kind of decision. These micro moments, these extra beats, these extra breaths, these are times where we can just be there so that we're going to make a good decision. The micro moment is an opportunity to breathe, to stretch, and to observe how we're feeling. I think we can bring these micro moments into the moment we wake up in the morning. Before we jump out of bed, let's take some deep belly breaths. As we put our feet on the floor, let's bend over and touch our toes and stretch our back. Take some nice deep breaths. When we step off the bed, perhaps get on the floor for some yoga poses, maybe a child's pose, maybe a downward dog. I have a great download on my website at selfcarewithjean.com/downloads. It contains valuable information and techniques for managing our stress, improving our breathing, and enhancing overall well-being through our traditional Chinese medicine practice. We have yoga stretches and tapping points. Check it out. There's some great illustrations for various yoga poses you can use to start your day. Take opportunities to stretch and to breathe. This is how we are practicing our micro moments. And all of this is possible if we set the intention. It is not healthy to just jump out of bed, scared to death, we're late, or we got this, or we got that, no. We have to start the day for us, with ourselves, with some micro moments, and setting the intention to do so. So I want to share my mornings. What is my morning like? And I'll tell you, this is something I've really been working on for the past year and a half. So this is my morning. I set my alarm for 6 to 6:30. I don't get out of bed. I stretch, put my hands on my stomach, and I take some deep breaths. And then I don't move. I put my headphones on and I listen to a guided meditation. Guided meditation is 15 to 20 minutes. It gives me a chance to totally tune in before I jump into the day. And after I've been doing this for the past year and a half, I can't start my day without it. I'll even get up early. If I've got stuff going on and I have to get up and get moving, I'll get up at 5 or 5:30. Or if I can't sleep in the middle of the night, I will put my headphones on and I will do a guided meditation. This is something that's a new practice for me, but I'll tell you, it's a game changer. And if I don't get that in, whether it's 5 or 4 or whatever time my body decided to wake up, my day is off kilter. So I just want to share that with you. We can create our practices. We can find the time. Find a nice guided meditation, put on some headphones, and do it for 15, 20 minutes before you jump into your day. Because the biggest thing of self-care is setting our boundaries. The biggest thing for our self-care is filling our tank first. We need to set that intention. Now, we can engage the family with our micro moments. We don't want to engage the family with our quiet meditation in the morning, but we can engage the family with the micro moments. Maybe when we're gathering around the table for a meal, when we're sitting, we can take some nice deep breaths together. Maybe we can hold hands and smile at each other. What a concept. Put down our phones while we're eating. Maybe we can engage the family with some before bedtime yoga, before bedtime stretching and breathing. And then for ourselves, we've got to set that intention to take the breaks during the day. And when we're at home or when we're at work, we can fit in those micro moments. We can fit in the breathing, the stretching, and the movement. Self-care, set the intention to go for a stroll after lunch or dinner. Self-care, tuning in. How do we feel? Are we a little down? Are we stressed? Are we eating too much? Are we not eating enough? Are we hydrated? Have we set ourselves up for success with our food? Self-care, how's our sleep? Too much, too little? How's our routine? Have we changed it at all? How about a hot soak before bed, or soak our feet, or something just to wash the day off so that we can go to bed relaxed and ready for rest and restoration. Self-care is our toolbox, breaking that out when we need it. Breaking out our journal, making sure we're walking, using our tapping, using our art, getting our art out, get the watercolors out, get the crayons out, get the pencils out, get something out so that we can find a way to express ourselves. Self-care, talk to a professional when we need it. Self-care is breath. Find some online yoga. Find that Tai Chi. Self-care is structure and restructure to our day. We can start our day with some warm water and fresh lemon to get our digestive system revved up. We can start the day without our social media. We can start the day with some morning exercises, some stretching, or maybe a light morning walk. Self-care is having breakfast and enjoying a cup of tea. Self-care is planning and having lunch, and self-care is planning and sitting down and having dinner. We schedule our day. We schedule our work. Let's schedule in our reading or our hobby or our art or our music, our gardening. What fills us up? Let's make sure we schedule that in our day. Self-care is scheduling in the fun, being with the family in the evening, a game night, a movie night, a dance party, a dress-up party, whatever we want. This is our self-care because it's bringing us joy. Here's a quote. We cannot live only for ourselves. 1,000 fibers connects us with our fellow man, by Herman Melville. I like that. We are all connected, but we're only connected if we can have good self-care and we're feeling good. Otherwise, we're cutting ourselves off and we want to be alone, and we don't want that. We want to be with other people. Self-care is remembering that we have 3 bodies. We have a physical body, a mental body, and a spiritual body. Our physical body, simple, give it good fuel and move it during the day and keep it hydrated. 3 things: movement, good fuel, hydration. Our mental body, we need breath. We need movement. We need positive. We need our toolbox when things get overwhelming. Our spiritual body is awareness of a higher power, and to simply take time to meditate, reflect, read positive, inspirational readings, to help all of our three bodies, our physical, our mental, our spiritual, is to find opportunities to make a difference. Sometimes just helping someone else can help us understand compassion, kindness, and give us better perspective. And so, my friend, action item of the week: what fuels you? What do you need in your day to feel the best you can? And what do you need in your day to feel happy and fulfilled? Let's remember our self-care. Let's remember that we've got a physical body that needs fuel, hydration, and movement. Our mental body needs breath. It needs positive. It needs reflection. The spiritual body needs awareness and quiet. We are the caretakers of our body. We are the caretakers of our mind and our spirit. We are in control of these aspects of ourselves. I'm so excited for you to join me on the next episode of The Kitchen. Next week, guess what we're diving into? The deep blue. We're going to be exploring sea vegetables. Yes, you heard me, sea vegetables. Those incredible green vegetables like nori and wakame and dulse. You'll learn how these sea treasures can supercharge our health, boost our minerals, and even support our thyroid and digestion. Plus, I'll be sharing my favorite ways to add sea vegetables into everyday meals, like soups and salads and snacks. So don't miss it. Tune in, take some notes, and let's keep nourishing ourselves naturally. See you next week on The Kitchen. Remember, my dear friend, this is Earth School. The lesson is love, to love ourselves deeply. And we do that by good self-care, to love each other. And remember that life comes from us and life is for us. Have a beautiful week, my friend. Until next time.